Now let's write some JavaScript. I'm going to use the document variable to create an element that appears in the screen of the browser. So by element, I mean one HTML tag. So if I were to create an element just inside of this HTML file, then I could create an H1 by going and editing my HTML file, and then I could reload the browser and see my changes. To create an element in JavaScript, I use the document variable and say .createElement, and then a string with the name of the element is the argument I give to this function. The return value of createElement is my element. So let's save this and see it in the browser. Now I'm going to refresh the browser. And actually you can see that there's no other elements on the screen. However, if I type in the name of my variable, I can see that it exists. And then just like the document variable, what's happening here is that the Chrome browser is helpfully displaying or stylizing the value inside this variable. But if I do period, then it'll auto-complete all the keys in this object for me. And then you can see also that there are very many keys inside this object. But you can see that actually this element isn't anywhere on the screen yet. If I want to put the element on the screen, I need to do two things. I need to give it some contents, which I don't strictly need to do, but I won't be able to see it if it doesn't have contents. And then the next thing is to take this element and actually put it on the screen. So the actions that I've done so far in the JavaScript have not actually put this element on the screen. I need to tell the DOM what element I want this to be inside of. So what I'm going to do is just put it inside of the entire screen, which is the body element. The easiest way to do that is to reference the body element directly from the document variable. And then I can call the Appendchild function. And the argument to this function is the element that I want to append. So this Appendchild function will put H2 onto the screen. Let's save this and see it in the browser. Now when I refresh, I should see my other element. So the possible permutations here in this code are endless. I can use this createElement to create any other kind of element that I want. And I can use Appendchild. Any element has the function Appendchild. So I can actually create a set of elements. I can put those elements inside of other elements. I can put those elements inside of other elements that I create. I can create elements inside of loops. I can create them in functions. So the permutations of the kinds of elements I can create are endless, and I can use all of the JavaScript structures in order to do that as well.